Dzień dobry, nazywam się Krystyna Langowska, a to jest język polski. So hello, my name is Kristen, and this is Polish language, or the basics of it. So today we're going to talk about asking and answering some basic questions in Polish. And we'll start with kto. Kto means who. So when asking who is this, kto to jest is how you ask the question, who is this? Kto, who, to, this, jest, is. So you can see that the syntax is a little bit different. Instead of saying who is this, it's kind of ordered as who this is, but you get the gist. So kto to jest papież. A następny, next, again, kto to jest? Więc kto to jest? To jest prezydent Polski, the president of Poland. So hopefully you understand how to ask, who is this? Kto to jest? And it's followed by an answer. To jest, this is, and then whoever you are telling that it is. So next we'll talk about czy, which is sort of a question word that prompts a question. Directly translated, it's not. It really more just prompts the question of like, is this something? So an example is, czy to jest Kraków? Is this Krakow, a city in Poland? So, czy to jest Kraków? Tak, to jest Kraków. So yes, this is Krakow. Another example, czy to jest Warszawa? Co to jest Warszawa? Warsaw. Czy to jest Warszawa? Nie, to jest Kraków znowu. So, no, this is Krakow again. So that's how you ask, like, is this something? And just know that czy doesn't really have a direct translation. It's more prompt to, this is going to be sort of an is this something question. And so next we'll talk about using and asking where. And so where is gdzie? Hopefully you can learn some vocabulary with this example. We're going to sort of ask where things are in this picture of a zoo. So first, gdzie jest słon? Najpierw, co to jest słon? What is słon, first of all? Słon jest tutaj. And so you can hopefully infer that słon means elephant in English. And so the basis here to asking the question and answering is just saying where is, and then insert whatever you're asking. Where is that something? And to answer, like, something is here, first you take that word, and then jest is, and tutaj is here. So in this case, słon jest tutaj, the elephant is here. And just a side note, Polish doesn't have any articles, so it's not, you're not going to ever see a word for the or like the elephant is here. It's sort of not really inferred, it's just not a thing in Polish. So słon jest tutaj is the elephant is here. Następny. So this question is going to be a little bit more complex and hopefully introduce you to a different grammatical case that Polish has, which is the accusative case. But first, let's break it down a little bit. Gdzie jest osób, który jest na zjeżdżalni? So first, you know, gdzie jest, where is, osób, person, który jest na zjeżdżalni. So where is the person? Który means who. It sort of actually means which, but in this case it's going to mean who is. Well, who is który jest. So gdzie jest osób, który jest? Where is the person who is? Na zjeżdżalni is on the slide. And so this is where the accusative case comes in, with na being a preposition that sometimes triggers the accusative case. And you can see that with this ending of this word. And that you can see it because the word in the nominative form is zjeżdżalnia with an A here in this last letter. But when the accusative preposition na is used in this place, you have to change the word from the nominative case into the accusative case which then gives that zjeżdżalnia, an E hook on the end instead of an A. And you'll definitely explore the accusative case more in other lessons, but this is just a brief introduction to that. So, answering the question now, tam jest osób, który jest na zjeżdżalni. So, just as we said before, tutaj jest here po angielsku, tam jest there po angielsku. So, tutaj is here and tam is there. So tam jest osób, który jest na zjeżdżalni, means there is the person who's on the slide. And next, more simple question. Gdzie jest ptak? Where is the bird? Ptak jest drogowskaz. The bird is on the sign. Here the na preposition is used again. But because the word that follows it is a masculine inanimate word, you don't change the ending or the structure of the word. And again, you'll get into that more when we delve into the accusative case, but this is just another answer to a question using a preposition so that you can see what that's like. A następnie, gdzie jest wielbłąd? Co to jest wielbłąd? Tutaj jest wielbłąd. So wielbłąd is camel, and here is the camel. Gdzie jest małpa? Małpa jest tutaj. Hopefully that one's pretty obvious. Małpa jest monkey. A następne. So this question we're going to use what we started with, which is kto. Kto ma wózek? A co to znaczy wózek? What does wózek mean? It means this. Ten mężczyzna ma wózek. So this man ma, the conjugated form of mieć, the cart. So here, hopefully you've learned wózek means cart. You can see a conjugation that's not just jest or być, which is the verb meaning to be. But instead we have the word ma, which is the conjugated form of mieć, to have. And we also use kto, so asking who has the cart. We start with our subject, followed by our conjugated verb, followed by the object. Again, this is more accusative work that you'll delve into later. But and another question using kto karmi krowę. This too has the accusative case right here with krowę. A co to znaczy krowa? Krowa jest tutaj. A ona karmi krowę. So first, krowa is cow. Ona karmi, she is feeding. So we ask first, who is feeding the cow? Kto, who, karmi, is feeding or feeds. And krowę, the accusative form of cow. And then we answered by saying ona karmi krowę, ona, she, karmi, the conjugated verb of mieć. Karmić, not mieć. Mieć is to have. Karmić is to feed, followed by the object again, which is in the accusative, krowę. Oops. Okay. Moving on. So now you know how to say where things are. Let's look at some common questions asked in Polish that don't really seem to make sense when it comes to translating them or syntactically. So here's a basic list. We'll start with Cześć, jak masz? I really hope that all of you know what that means. Hi, how are you? And so you see here, masz is the conjugated form in the second person singular of mieć. Mieć is to have, as we've said before, and so that's why this question sort of doesn't make sense, because it literally means how are you, but it has the conjugated form of to have in the question. And the only thing that I can say with this stuff is it's sort of just like memorize them and know that Cześć, jak masz doesn't mean how you have, but it means how are you. And same thing with co nowego. This one's a little bit easier and not so confusing because it just means what's new. Co is what, and nowego is, so first, nowe is the adjective for new. Nowego is just the way that you ask this question, and it deals again with the accusative case, sort of with changing nowe into nowego. But co nowego, what's new, coming from the root of nowe, which means new. And this A and E is to follow because usually nowe is in the is used in the situation when it's an adjective, and in that case it takes this gender of either masculine with the Y, A with the feminine, or E with the neuter. And so moving on to our next question. So słychać, this one's a little confusing. The first time I heard this, I really didn't know what it meant because I was studying and trying to memorize verbs. This is a verb, as you can see from the C kropka in the infinitive form, and słychać means to listen. We just said co means what, so słychać, what, to listen, but it actually just means what's up. It's, I guess you could say it's a little bit of slang, just meaning what's up or what's new in some senses, but more what's up. So that's basically, just know that so słychać does not mean what to listen, but rather what's up. And same thing with co tam is another way of saying what's up. And tam, as we said before, means there. So it does not mean what there, but rather what's up. So next, these aren't really like common, but I just put them in here because they're common words used in a way that could like get you confused. And so czy jest ta mama means is mom there. And again, it's a little confusing because we said czy doesn't have a real direct translation. Jest is in the third person singular. Tam is there, so that definitely has some sense to it. And then mama is mom. But when we ask it in English, it's is mom there, and basically the syntax is just flipped around by saying czy jest ta mama instead of having there be the last word that you ask. Again, not really like that common of a question unless you're asking, is your mom there a lot? But just kind of confusing if you hear it spoken quickly and you're trying to figure out, okay, what does this mean in English? Just know that the syntax, especially in questions, can be different. So next, czy słychać w domu? We just said, or I'm sorry, co słychać w domu? We just said co słychać means what's new. W domu just means at home, so what's new at home. And next, skąd mam wiedzieć? This one is especially confusing and doesn't make sense in direct translation because skąd means from where, and skąd mam wiedzieć would be like from where I have to know, but it actually means like how should I know or how do I know. So again, this is one that you really just have to know instead of trying to figure it out word for word and like trying to understand the meaning. So skąd mam wiedzieć? How should I know? Skąd mam wiedzieć? Okay. Yeah, and then wiedzieć just means to know. And that is all I have for common questions and learning how to ask czy, kto, gdzie. Hopefully you learned how to ask who, is this something, where is something. Got a little bit of vocabulary from this and learned some common questions. So thank you.